What's up, everybody? Charlie Marlow here. Had to jump on immediately when I saw the news on Twitter. Joe Biden is out of the race. I'm going to read this letter for the first time on the air with you guys right here. I was a little late to this news, by the way. It was posted 12:46 Central Time, so that's about 28 minutes ago from when I'm talking right now. It was from Joe Biden on Twitter. I'm sure it's all over the place, but I'm looking on Twitter here. Already has 34 million views in about a half an hour or so. And it says, I'm going to put the letter up here as well so you can read it while I read it to you. Joseph R. Biden Jr., July 21st, 2024. Here you go. My fellow Americans, you got to start it like that. My fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and in expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We've provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We've protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president, and while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today, what I always have, that there is nothing America can't do when we do it together. We just have to remember we are the United States of America. Signed, Joe Biden, right there. What do you guys think about that? That's the first time I read it here on air with you guys watching. So you're getting my literal initial reaction. First of all, I expected this to happen this weekend. It really seemed like it was going in this direction. The more big name Democrats that were coming on board and saying he should step down, you just knew it was gonna become too much. And look, you probably start to say, look, we're going to dry up the money. You're not going to be able to run. I also think this is the right thing, by the way. I think this is the right thing to do for the Democrat Party, but also for the country with Joe Biden stepping down. It was clear. Look, the signs were there for the last, let's just say, 12 to 18 months. But then that debate, everything changed during that debate where Joe Biden had just a horrible, horrible performance. And you start to worry not just about the next 4 or 5 months or 6, 7 months, however long he's going to be president till January. I guess that's 6 months or so. But the fact that this man would be 86 at the end of his next term, it's not something that we can do. Let's all be honest about that. Whether you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, there was no way Joe Biden should be the president for the next 4 years and serve a second term. So because I'm literally just getting this news. And now I want to go to the election betting odds. Okay. So here we go. The chance of winning: Donald Trump 61.5%, Kamala Harris 26.6%, Gavin Newsom 3.4%, Michelle Obama 3.4%, Hillary Clinton, you're hearing some hullabaloo about her coming back, 2.3%. So you got to think, look, very good chance it's Kamala, but some other folks with a chance there, according to the betting odds. If you go to the same betting odds, though, who will be the Democrat nominee? How about this? So Gretchen Whitmer wasn't in that list I just read you, but Kamala Harris has about a 69% chance of winning the Democrat nomination. Gretchen Whitmer has the second best odds at about 8%. I think Gretchen Whitmer would be the best candidate to win along with Josh Shapiro. That would be the ticket that wins for the Democrats. Two very reasonable Midwest governors, Gretchen Whitmer from Michigan, Josh Shapiro from Pennsylvania. To me, Whitmer and Shapiro is the winning ticket. I understand some people say you can't jump over Kamala Harris. I'm not one of those people. I think you absolutely can. It's about winning. And also, you could give these folks a shot over the next 4 weeks or so. If Kamala Harris is going to be the nominee, let her prove it. Let her prove it. Look, there could be town halls. There could be debates. I know 4 weeks doesn't sound like a long time, but if you put the Whitmers and the whoever, Gavin Newsom, Kamala Harris, you have essentially a mini primary, which they should have had anyway, let's be honest. But you can do that over the next four weeks or so and actually allow Democrat voters to basically choose who they want, or those people will be able to perform and prove themselves. I think that's the more important deal. So there you go, guys. Historic news. I read you the letter, and the second I saw this, I actually had people texting me. And so I was about 20 minutes late to see the news. And I'm trying to go through Twitter and kind of see what else is going on. So he's going to continue as president. He obviously when I say that, I mean he's not going to resign for the next 6 months or so. He did not endorse anyone. If you watched or read that Mark Halpern report the other day, Mark Halpern said that Joe Biden was going to drop out. He said that John Meacham, the author and historian, was getting ready to write the remarks. So that'll probably come this next week when Joe Biden said he's going to speak to the country. He said Joe Biden would not endorse anyone or Kamala Harris, and that the idea was kind of an open convention, or Harris plus about 3 others would have the chance to prove themselves over the next 4 weeks or so. So it sounds like that's a good possibility of being the case. We'll see. Maybe it's just Kamala Harris. Maybe there's too many issues with transferring the money and getting on all the ballots in every state if you totally change the ticket. I don't know. I'm no expert in any of these things. I'm just trying to tell you what I'm reading and all that. So I'm trying to go through Twitter right now and see what folks are saying. Everybody's doing, look, Dave Portnoy, emergency press conference. I mean, obviously this is the number one trending thing on earth. Politics trending. Here we go. Can you read that? I got raised at Yankees, so I'm a baseball fan, but there's X. Trending. Biden is out. President Joe Biden trending. Biden dropped out. 2024 presidential race. If I keep going down. Oh, look at this. Keep going down. Is this what we're calling it now? Jover. It's over. Jover. By Joe. We did it, Joe. Now what? U.S. presidential. Kamala Harris 2024. Best president. Damn Joe. So basically, everything trending right now for me. Or is that just for me? United States trends. Mr. President, Shams, Xander, that's golf. President Joe Biden, Trump versus Hillary, Joe Manchin. What do you think of Trump versus Hillary? You saw, and look, I'm not an Alex Jones guy at all. You saw Alex Jones come out and say it's going to be Hillary. That would be crazy. Would anything be more full circle than after 2016, Trump beating Hillary, that Hillary comes back and is the nominee 8 years later? I don't think that's going to happen, but crazy. Okay, so look, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm glad this happened. I think it should have happened. I think it's the right thing. I don't think it would have happened, by the way. I don't think this would have happened if it wasn't for Joe Biden's disastrous debate performance. I think they would have tried, and he would have tried to squeak through. I think he would have lost. But I think everything changed at the debate. And you can debate with me and say, no, he was always like this. Go back to 2020. He wasn't like this. He had a precipitous decline in mental acuity in his speech and his walk in the last, whatever it was, 18 months, 2 years. I don't know the exact date, but clearly there's been a huge drop off in the last couple years. He was not like this in 2020. Go back and watch the debates. I have. He was not like this in 2020, but the last 2 years, it's been a very, very steep decline. Okay. Comment, like, subscribe. We'll talk about this all week. Let me know. I want to hear your comments. What do you think? What do you think about this? Who do you want to replace Joe Biden? And do you think, is is this fair? Are you pissed? I wish there was a primary, but look, I think everything changed the debate. And I think once that happened, you got to switch him out. I wish you would have left 2 years ago, to be honest with you. Or I should say announced 2 years ago. I'm not seeking a second term. I think what happened was Democrats did so well in the 2022 midterms. They basically said, hey, we got to ride with Joe. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think. All right. Comment, like, subscribe. Love you all. Joe Biden is out. See you guys. It's going to be a crazy, crazy, crazy next 4 weeks and next 4 months until November. See ya.